We have found the second game of the finals. There we go. And we have found game 2 of the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Evelynn Child Support currently up 1-0 in this series. And it looks like I am ready whenever you guys are. Whenever the teams are ready, we will play this game. Okay. Looks like there's some bans posted. Are those the correct bans? A Parkhurst, I am not going to support that team name. It is just too incorrect. And it's the same people. It's Clueless. They didn't even change their roster. They just changed their team name. Why? For anyone wondering what I'm complaining about, I'm going to refer you to the Twitch chat for a moment. If you guys want to watch live, any VOD viewers there? For anyone that's watching the VODs for the tournament, we have a live stream. It happens on Saturdays, so if you want to watch it live and be a part of the Twitch chat, you can go there, twitch.tv/DominateDominion, and you can hang out with us in the Twitch chat and watch Evelynn Child Support versus XXX Team Clan Esports Gaming YOLO Swag 420 XXX, because Clueless decided to be clever and changed their name when they signed up for this week's tournament. And now they have the worst name in the history. Look, this has every single making of a bad name. Okay, number one.
That's what makes it amazing.
It puts either team in the name, or it puts clan in the name, or it puts game in the name, or it puts like gaming, or it puts like esports in the name, like it's a division of some sort of organization, when it's really just like 4 guys that just like decided to play in a tournament.
Or 5.
Or yeah, whatever. You know, it's a group of people. So they're like, hey man, we're Team Clan Esports Gaming, and I'm like, that's pretty bad. But they decided to do alternating caps on top of that. Okay, that's pretty awful. Hey, I know, let's put XXX at the front and back of it. Okay, sure. Hey, let's alternate the caps on the XXX. Let's do that too. Hey, I know, let's mix in a bunch of numbers. There's not enough swag. Let's add YOLO swag. And they put a 420 in there. And the word clan is actually spelled with an I instead of an L. There's nothing right about this name.
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
it's XXX Team Cyan Esports Gaming YOLO Swag 420 XXX.
I'm so sad there are no tildes.
Why?
It would be so much better if there were tildes.
It has to actually be characters, because some places won't let you have symbols.
I see.
So it's safe. It could get worse. No, this is the worst name in competitive gaming history, and we get to see it here on this stream.
I actually casted a Go for LOL team last week with a very similar name. It was very similar actually. It was like YOLO Swag 420 MLG no scope with XXX before and after it.
Okay, but yeah, if you guys want to hang out in the live chat and talk with us during the broadcast, twitch.tv/DominateDominion. Make sure that you follow the stream, and you'll get a notification whenever we go live. We have a lot of bad names for players sometimes and teams, but, you know, I guess that's just part of the fun at the end of the day.
We love them anyway.
That makes the community awesome. Vulcan is spelled with a U?
Yeah, VULCUN. What?
That's right.
It's supposed to be.
Knows how to spell. And after the tournament is over, DominateDominion's owner, the Feedski, is going to be playing some Dominion here on this channel. So after the tournament, the stream is going to go down for a little bit because I have to end it on my end. then Feetsy's gonna turn it back on. He's gonna play some Dominion for the rest of the night with you guys, the viewers. And I don't know, maybe we'll get some community guys in on that. Maybe I'll get on to play some games. Who knows? You know, we never know who's gonna show up when Feedsky streams. It could be anybody. It could be everybody. It could just be Feedsky playing on a Smurf. Nobody likes that. Why would you do that? Why do you have to beat up on the low-level people? Either way, it's a lot of fun to watch Feedsky streams, so I highly suggest check it out if you haven't actually seen him. He is the owner of this whole darn thing, so give him a check out after this is over, and he's a really cool guy. There's bands, somewhere.
There's a few bands.
Let's not worry about the bands. The champions that are banned don't impact the game any. Although the one band that I do like is I like that there's a Zyra band, I like there's an Italy Timo, and a Jarvan band as well.
I like that Zemite gets to play Lulu. Oh wait, was that banned and that was a troll pick? Okay, never mind.
That was definitely chat banned.
Okay, I didn't actually see the chat bans.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the chat bans. Does anyone have the chat bans? That'd be cool.
I actually forgot to save them, unfortunately. They'll be in the VOD. Like, I had the camera on for it, but unfortunately I forgot to actually post them in the chat because I'm awful. Like, Parkhurst messaged me during the stream. I'm gonna assume Parkhurst is a cool guy.
It probably is a reminder to put the summoner blockers out.
Oh, he's just talking about the names. Oh, that's the... I have the blockers. They exist.
Yeah.
Whoa! We get to see BB Pop Vayne and Dynov Garen, potentially? Oh, man. This could be a really good game, too, of this series. Look at the champions that we have locked in.
I think I casted BB Pop's Vayne the first Dominate Dominion I casted, and it was amazing.
BB Pop's Vayne is how people develop PTSD in League. It's definitely pretty scary. Sauron can play bad champions very well. He knows how to play Tryndamere pretty well. And I heard he also knows how to play some Aatrox. It's probably not what we're going to see, but you never know.
Cho'Gath.
Now they're just messing with us, Rheingold. I'm scared.
I'd like to see a Janna, actually, with Vayne.
You like Janna so much.
I don't actually think that Sona's a good pick here.
Whose kit's better, Janna's or Sona's for their comp?
Janna.
Why?
Because they want Peel for Vayne. They have a decent amount of AoE crowd control, but Vayne doesn't really output lots of AoE damage herself. And so just going for an AoE comp with the Sona is not going to work out for them. Wait, what?
They let him get it?
What? Lulu was open? I mean, Lulu would have been better than either of those, but I assumed it was banned. Wow, I'm excited.
Oh, it was Cass, Kha'Zix, Elise, and Master Yi.
Oh.
Guys, this game is going to be especial.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
So Matt's Portal hasn't actually lost a game with Lulu in competition. Ever.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why he gets counterbanned all the time. He's the best Lulu player. However, at the same time, he also has not been able to play Lulu in a competitive environment in 8 months or more.
I'm really excited to see it.
So it's entirely possible that his level of skill might not be up to current par with that champion versus some of the newer characters.
Well, every champion on Clueless, or on Pays Upon Transport, rather, is an old champion. But Annie, I don't think got played until her most recent buff. So.
But when people discovered that Molten Shield was good, they were just like, hey, let's...
It's a free Thornmail for you.
Yeah.
So Annie is actually really good against Vayne, because she has a free Thornmail, and Vayne tends to build attack speed and not AD as much. So each of her auto attacks isn't actually going to be healing her for that much. And so she's going to take a lot of procs of that Molten Shield damage if she is focusing down Annie. I assume that... So there's no Blade of the Ruined King, but I assume that attack speed Vayne is still the way to build Vayne, even on Dominion. On Summoner's Rift, you typically see Blade of the Ruined King into Phantom Dancer, and then either continuing that and going for a Static Shiv, or a Lasso Spur, or a defensive item like maybe a... Quicksilver Sash usually is the choice. Could be Banshee's Veil, could be a...
even Zamike even admits it in the chat. I haven't played Lulu in forever, so maybe. Yeah, it's entirely possible that he is not up to mechanical par as he usually would be.
I have faith.
Alaquane, he's aware, man, of the legitimacy. Guys, revive trolls, what? You guys don't know. You guys don't know about how good revive is. Take a look at the bottom right corner. How many games played with 8 or more revives in them? How often a team without revives wins against a team with revives? It's not even Comic Sans. Learn how to font, guys. If someone can actually tell me what the font name is that was not here for the Curse Tourney when I told people what it was, then you are a really cool person. But it's 100% not Comic Sans.
It's still a cartoony sans serif font. But I sort of like it. I think your infographic needs another graphic, though.
Yeah, this was hastily made in like 3 hours. Oh my god, it's Comic Sans like.
It took you
there you go.
3 hours to make that?
Well, do you know how long it took to compile those stats? I had to go through like 1,000 screenshots.
Okay.
Like, look at the thing in the bottom. There's a thing that tells me how many games I went through. It's like 890 or something like that.
Okay, that sounds like it took a really long time to make. I was going to say, it took you 3 hours to type that?
Oh,
like,
no.
put the picture there?
No.
Oh, maybe you need to work on your graphic design a little bit.
No, I had to manually like go through all the outcome screenshots and count all the revives and sit down with a calculator for a while and figure out all that.
I can't believe that only took you 3 hours.
I have a system.
Okay.
You can ask me something about Dominion, and I can like sit down and go through the screenshots and find it out, but it takes me an hour or so. So I didn't have to find the right font. I just immediately had that font. It's my favorite font. This chat. This Twitch chat. You guys, you want to be part of the Twitch chat, which I highly recommend. Please, twitch.tv/DominateDominion is where you want to hang out at.
So I heard we have some champions who are going to be played, and I heard that there are actually 4 exhausts on the side of Pazel and Child Support. 4. They're running 4 exhausts against Vayne.
Hold on, there needs to be proof of this on the internet. There you go. It's now in the VOD. It's now in the VOD forever. There we go. Now you can't get rid of it, man. I'm sorry. Alright, loading into the game. This is going to be a pretty exciting game if I get to have a say in it, because this is going to be Game 2 of the Finals. And Game 2 of the Finals is always an exciting game. That's going to be Pazel and Child Support versus Clueless. They produce exciting games when they play against each other. But this gets even better. We get to see 4 champion player combos that are amazing. Number 1, we get to see BB Pop playing Vayne. Number 2, we get to see Zamike playing as Lulu. Number 3, we get to see Confidarius playing as Syndra. And number 4, we get to see Dynov playing as Garen. This is going to be a really exciting game, and I am very, very happy to commentate this. This is Game 2 of the Finals. Evelynn and Child Support, this team on the lower half of the loading screen here. They are currently up 1-0 in this series. This is a best of 3. They are up against Clueless. Clueless' team, Commander Peoples playing as Wukong, BB Pop playing as Vayne, Half Hard playing as Maokai, Mad Supportal playing as Lulu, and Sauron playing as Kog'Maw. I am one half of your commentators. I am Gandair, and co-commentating with me for this game is...
I am RheingoldRiver, and I am very excited to introduce you the red team. It is going to be Evelynn Child Support. It's Infeed on Kale, Blueberry on Annie, Dianov on Garen, Carnival playing Talon, and Confitarius on Syndra. There are 10 amazing champions in this game, and 10 amazing players. I cannot wait to start casting it. Also,
See,
I'm really
normally
excited
that's where I
see
would
some,
want it to
like,
transition, but hey, load times are a thing.
Yeah, you know. 43% on infeed, just like another 50% to go.
I still think that would be the best way to troll ranked games ever. You just get 5 people with really, really awful computers. And then it's just like, how are you guys diamond? You're really bad. And they're just like, I don't even know. Like, by the time we load into the game, people don't want to play anymore. I'm sorry I'm playing on a 1.3 gigahertz single-core processor with only a gigabyte of RAM. League can play on basically anything. It's kind of awesome.
So, I just want to look at the fact that there are 4 exhausts on Pazel and Child Sport, because Vayne is really scary, and I don't actually know, is Sauron building AD Kog'Maw or AP Kog'Maw? Do you know? Actually, we can look in the game. What does he have? He has 9 ability power right now. Taking a look at his stats.
AP Cog becomes a nightmare at the end of the game. Because you just can't fight that anymore.
Yeah, he has the 8% magic penetration from the Masteries. So that is going to be an AP Kog'Maw, probably in the bot lane. Open up with the Prospector's Blade, but I assume that AP Kog'Maw would still want the...
Smithy, master level troll. Master level troll in the chat. Oh my gosh, if I ever meet you, sir, I am offering you a drink on me. Remind me I said that. That is damn good. So shoutouts to everyone who came and watched the stream today. Twitch.tv/DominateDominion. You guys are all real cool for checking us out. Twitch chat has been very lively and very awesome. This is a best of 3 series. Evelynn Child Support, the team on the right-hand side, is currently up 1-0 in this series.
And Clueless, the team on the left, I feel like they take second place. They're always in the top 4. It's pretty much always the same 4 teams in the top 4. But they consistently do very, very well. And Zamike, Mad Supportal playing Lulu, and BB Pop on Vayne. Should be an exciting game. We have Sauron running to the bot lane on Kog'Maw, who I do think is AP. He could potentially be doing some hybrid thing that's weird, but he's probably going to be building AP. Sort of similar, how do you start out with a Doran's Blade on Jungle Elise, even though she's AP? Well, you build her tank, but or on a top lane cannon, you can start with a Doran's Blade. Just getting that extra sustain and extra attack damage, and then later on transition into a more AP-oriented build is what I expect to see from Sauron in bot lane this game.
And Blueberry take a little bit of damage there. Lulu has very good poke in the initial windmill fight because of Glitterlance, and it's a penetrative ability, so it will target multiple, or will hit multiple champions. Dynov immediately in with the Judgment, Saprola being low on health, being forced back towards the outskirts of the fight immediately, circles back around to deliver another Glitterlance, dies, immediately pops the revive to get back on the field, and is en route to the top. Now both Garen and Lulu, who are dead, both have speed increasing abilities, so they will get here a little bit faster than normal. Kog'Maw in the bottom lane.
Great juke there from Peoples! He totally faked them out, standing there as if he was the clone, and then the last second, he finally started to walk back. They didn't attack his clone. They didn't attack him because they thought it was his clone. That was amazing. Then he could use his Nimbus Strike to get out, and that single play is allowing them to win the windmill fight right now. The silence and the polymorph Garen can't get his spin off, and it is going to be Clueless winning the windmill fight. Talon comes back, BB Pop potting. One more auto attack gets a Silver Bolt proc, a double kill for BB Pop, going to pick up the health at the top. And Infeed and Blueberry are back here. Wukong returning from his revive. He's at full health. There he comes in. Not level 6 yet. Does not have a cyclone, but it doesn't even matter. Condemn into the wall. Blueberry now being focused. BB Pop couldn't get the triple kill. No, he gets shut down by that Incinerate from Annie. It will still be Clueless winning the windmill fight. That was a great fight.
That was the master level mind games from Commander Peoples. That's going to be my phrase I run with for the rest of the night. Sauron in the bottom lane getting pushed up towards his tower, but that decoy use was amazing. And then BB Pop being able to just chip away at people throughout the fight. Very good play coming out from Clueless immediately at the beginning of this game.
Just point out that Vayne has 6 kills.
Vayne, yeah, she has more, like 2 kills a minute. Vayne, completely standard. What do you do against that?
This is absolutely insane right now. Picked up the Gretzes in addition to the Prospector's Blade, so a good amount of lifesteal, and has the reveal for Talon, which is also important. Supportal is here, but he should be just fine. The Sapling Toss actually not hitting Carnival. It has to wait a little bit longer, so they neutralize a little bit. Have a decent-sized wave here. Half-Hearted is going to try to clear it. Supportal not quite in position to clear it with the Glitter Lance just yet. But in the bot lane, BB Pop getting focused down by Annie. And remember, Annie has effectively a Thornmail, but Vayne has Lifesteal. He gets the stun off with the Timbers, and BB Pop has to run away. Kale gets focused down by Kog'Maw. Double kill from the Kog'Maw. Timbers is here. Just needs one more ult. And this is actually an interesting Kog'Maw build, going for that Wit's End. So, kill each other.
That was just so... You could not ask for a better finish to that chase than that. Vayne, no care at all with that true damage, just chipping through that Molten Shield. But Annie, with the awareness to turn around and take that shot that she needed to kill Vayne while she was getting defeated herself. Very good cancel from Annie in that bottom lane engagement. Sapling scouting out the bushes near the top part of the map. And Zemike Lulu taking the center relic. So this is only going to further enhance Lulu's ability to poke throughout the next minute or so.
Yeah, and Zemike has opted for Stork Shoes as his first item. So he is looking to be doing a lot of damage with his abilities, with his auto attacks. The damage from his passive. There's a lot of damage from Annie actually onto Supportal. He's going to ult onto Maokai. Doesn't actually get the knock up onto anyone except for Garen. Garen not going to be focused by BB Pop. Gets the condemn onto Annie. Both of them are stunned for the same amount of time. And Supportal with the kill. Now, BB Pop is exhausted. Remember, they have a Q. The Q from Lulu getting a double kill. Gets the triple kill, actually. Speeding up herself, actually. There's the quick reveal from Vayne. Slow from the Rake, from Talon. One auto attack. Two more auto attacks, and Carnival will be dead just to the true damage. They're not going to be able... He actually ults in and allows Wukong to... I don't know why he did that.
Well, I mean, that vision reveal from Lulu, too, on top of that, it's just cleaning house in that engagement. BB Pop able to clean it up. Talon with an unfortunate ultimate use there being revealed, and Wukong able to pick up the KB with that Nimbus Strike in the bottom. Sauron pushing up against Confederates. Annie down here as well has her stun available. Spends it on Kog'Maw. Follows up with a ton of damage on Kog'Maw. Absolutely punishing Sauron's ability to do anything here in the bottom lane. People's chasing Confederates away, taken down by the Acadian Surprise, and People's trying to retreat in the opposite direction, not able to do so. BB Pop, Final Hour activated, condemns Booberry into the wall, and Lulu takes another kill from Vayne so far. They just seem to be passing kills back and forth like some sort of subway train between a couple provinces. Infeed now turned into a cat by that Whimsy and in a bad position. You don't want to be up anywhere near a wall, and Vayne's going to take that kill. Don't get near terrain when you're matched up against a Vayne.
That was amazing. I don't even have follow-up for that. That was so good.
In the top part of the map, Maokai has the northern area under control. He is a durable character. It's very difficult to unseat. His poke is absolutely outrageous. Good arcane smash. Not quite a $450,000 arcane smash, but the prize pool has not gotten that high yet. Someday, though, we will have arcane smashes that are worth that much money when you connect with them. But not quite yet. Bottom lane, Confederates goes up for the health relic. Decoy out from Wukong. A doesn't even try. She has no idea which one's which, and is going to let it go. Vayne and Lulu hang around in the center of the map. As long as those two stay partnered up, bad things will happen to anybody that they run into. And Confederates, oh, the stun.
He gets the damage down onto Vayne. BB Pop forced to flash out, but he does have a good amount of life steal, and Garen is not going to be able to get anything there. Got condemned backwards. Syndra does finally pick up the kill on Vayne. Syndra is very effective against Vayne. Basically, any burst mage is. Vayne comes back though. Remember, she hadn't revived yet. That was the first time that she died and needed to use revive. So comes back. 2 kills go down. Dianav gets focused down. And Mike got shut down, but double kill for Vayne. Top lane, the point has been neutral to Half-Hearted and Carnival just fighting there. I don't think Carnival can cap it against Maokai, and Vayne is working her way back up. She might actually just go for a backdoor of the drill. Ult from Carnival doesn't do too much to Half-Hearted. He has his Rod of Ages completed at 8 stacks right now, so only needs to wait. I'm not actually sure how fast it stacks on this map, but Rod doesn't need to wait too much long. There's the Rake, but the twisted advance, and Maokai with that kill, BB Pop, they'll be able to recapture the windmill. And they got the Boneyard in that time. So Clueless, with a 3 cap, trying to make it a 4 cap, won't quite be able to.
And People's, oh dear, the Cyclone barely connects, but it's a little bit late. And now it's just Supportal on his own against them. However, Supportal, all he needs to do is retreat to this point and delay for a little while. And between Glitter Lance and the tower damage, he may be able to do it. Dynov gets chased away. Wukong here as well. Wukong connects with the Nimbus Strike even, but Annie is a little bit too far out of range to be able to be defeated at this particular moment. She falls back to her tower. Kale Talon in the upper portion of the map. And currently, Clueless absolutely in control. 458 Nexus health to Pays Evelynn Child Support's 260 and ticking down. And Pays Evelynn Child Support is usually the one that's on the giving end of a game like this, as opposed to the receiving end.
I think that Clueless has only lost Nexus health due to kills so far.
That may be a possibility. Or to half caps.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
I think they got the bottom lane at one point for a little bit.
No, I don't think they had anything.
Well, we can check
they might have.
VOD later and see. But Confidaris gets taken down by Sauron with the Bio-Arcane Barrage? No, Living Artillery. There we go. I always get those two
Bio-Arcane Barrage is the W.
Uh-oh, Sauron, Dynov has discovered you, is silenced, is being chased by that Judgment, stunned by Annie. Sauron probably not going to be able to get away from Dynov. He can choose to dive this, follow it up pretty easily. Sauron is taken down. Kog'Maw is extremely squishy, one of the softest characters in the game, along with maybe LeBlanc or someone like that. And Lulu able to secure another kill against Kale this time. Confidaris with a very good split on his skills to interrupt two people. People's trying to go for the quick neutral. No, defensive Garrison is going to stop that entirely. Infeed comes down here. Maybe he can clean it up. And People's, the stealth. Nimbus strikes back in for a little bit more chip damage on Infeed in the process. Half-hard retreating back to the platform. And oh dear, Carnival and BB Pop exchanging some shots up in the upper portion of the map.
And I don't think that Carnival can win this. I think that BB Pop just has too much damage right now. Building towards the Phantom Dancer actually as the first item. So it's pretty much, hey, I don't have Blade of the Ruined King. What can I build that gives me attack speed? So going for the Phantom Dancer will be a 1v2 in just a moment though. There's the Youmuu's pop by Carnival. He's going to get condemned into the wall, but the rate comes across. A couple more auto attacks from Vayne, but she gets exhausted at the last second. And Garen comes in for the chaos.
And that exhaust saved Talon from dying. She would have just needed another 100%. Shot. And that attack timer was just the least amount of time possible away from being able to trigger.
There's a Mike and Sauron fighting in the bottom lane, but they got a little bit over eager. They can't quite 2 versus 3 like that. Maybe they can actually get the kill onto Infeed. There's the Polymorph, and they should be able to pick this up. One more Glitter Lance. Actually has the invulnerability. The Glitter Lance just for the slow couldn't get the damage off. Blueberry is here. Molten Shield. There's the ult just for health. Almost picked up the kill onto Confidaris there with that Glitter Lance.
Both of those Glitter Lances hit every target that they needed to. Slowed every single thing that was approaching him in order to enable Lulu to escape.
Commander Peoples in the top lane. Will you be able to live? No, you will not. Goodbye, friend. He goes down, and for the first time, I think this game, maybe the second, it is Pays Evelynn Child Support with a 3-cap, but BB Pop is here. BB Pop is going to get melted. BB Pop, when you are Vayne, you cannot run around the map like that because they can just catch you out and kill you. You need your trusty little Lulu there, even if you don't want to get chaosed. That's the fee you must pay if you want to live.
Supportal poking away up at the top portion of the map, and oh dear, Infeed tries to cut them off, is able to do so to an extent, gets some damage on them. Half-hard taking all of the pain from that as he was a little bit further back in the marching order. Lulu able to get out in front, but more importantly, Lulu able to stay alive, still able to chip in, get some poke on Infeed, brings Infeed actually pretty low, takes some damage in exchange. BB Pop here as well. Oh, the flash over the wall, immediate intervention.
Great shivers, and the ult from Kale was enough. They got the kill onto Vayne. Garen now in the middle is spinning. Commander Peoples gets ulted by Lulu, and he's going to get away. Glitter Lance for a little bit of a slow onto Carnival. His cutthroat is up. He goes in. People's so low, but Lulu with the kill. Dynov is here. What's the cooldown on Spin? Has just a little bit longer, but he has the Judgment. Judgment picks up that kill 1 for 1.
And I can't make the entire game a highlight reel, but the players are determined to attempt to make that happen. Blueberry moving up towards the top part of the map, the Molten Shield protecting him from a little bit of the poke damage from Maokai's Sapling Toss. Sauron going to recall. Once again, Sauron actually has been surprisingly not as effective this game as in other games that we've seen Sauron participate in. But Kog'Maw's a champion that it really takes time for him to pay off. And we're going to be waiting that out for a while.
Once he needs to finish his Frozen Mallet and...
Ooh, there's a
Probably
clairvoyance on that
item,
side of the
honestly.
map. That lets them know that the Storm Shield in the middle is open for them to take because there's no one there to contest it. It lets Maokai move into a position where he can scout and zone for his allies. That was a very good clairvoyance. Gave them a lot of information.
Peoples gets stunned by Annie, but that means that she doesn't have stun anymore, and Vayne is here. There's the ult from Kale. Tibbers comes down, good condemn onto Dynov, stunning him for most of that judgment there. BB Pop is just on the speed shrine, trying to kite. Can he pick up the kill? 2 more auto attacks is what he needs on Garen. Gets the 2 auto attacks, gets the kill. This is actually a shutdown, trying to chase Annie, but you can't be too greedy. Gonna go ahead and back up. Kog'Maw with the shutdown onto Syndra there. He has the Phage. That is half of what he needs. He really needs that mallet. And once he has that mallet, he's going to be very strong. But top lane, half-hearted, getting chunked through. Exhaust onto BB Pop. This game is going to suck for Vayne. Dealing with 4 exhausts is pretty much the second worst thing that can possibly happen as an AD carry. And the only worst thing is if you have to deal with 5 exhausts.
Remember, they still have Kog'Maw later on in the game, and that's going to become important. If Vayne starts to fall off, they're going to have the damage from Sauron to make up for that, but the game does have to go on for a while longer for that to be able to be the case, as Sauron is, well, very not durable, unfortunately.
Yeah, getting a little bit caught out there.
I think a little bit might actually be an understatement in this case. That was a very unfortunate place for Kog'Maw to be.
But Commander's Peoples has the Cyclone. He gets the knockup only onto 2 though, and he gets chunked for quite a bit. You need your Lulu. Blackfire Torch on Evade, and she gets completely exploded. Does she have Revive? No, not for a little bit longer. Half-Hearted gets ulted by Portal coming in, gets a Glitter Lance off on quite a few, but I don't think they're going to be able to pick up any kills here. Twisted advance forward onto Infi. Does he have Reckoning? He doesn't, or he does not have his ultimate available. He's going to have to back out. Intervention does not have that. And meanwhile, right now, they just got the neutral into the refinery.
And Pezel and Child Support starting to rally a little bit, looks like, but Zemike Lulu just does not lose, so this is far from over so far. Final Hour has been activated, they tag Carnival, and Vayne just needs one more shot. There's the CV, preemptive to let them know what's going on, and Blueberry retreating towards that. No, denied, you cannot have that, that belongs to Maokai. Dynov moving up to the top portion of the map now, along with Infeed. Could lead to a very imbalanced fight, but BB Pop's Vayne is staying behind to capture the tower at the moment, which is not going to have her in this engagement for a few moments. She should still be able to get there before the enemy team arrives, as they have just now spawned, and Vayne is already halfway across the map. But that does mean that there's going to be less DPS time possible before her allies can get there.
Yeah, and that was smart to have Vayne stay behind because she really needs both of them to be safe. And safe she is right now as she tumbles back. It's a great condemn off onto Garen. There's the intervention from Kale, but he doesn't take any damage. Well, he wouldn't have taken any damage anyway. So Portal getting a last second ult and the shield off and the glitter lens. Oh my god, and the polymorph. I think he might actually survive this. That's crazy. There's the spin and the glitter lens again, but no, he is going to go down. But meanwhile, the rest of his team was getting absolutely smashed. And Kog'Maw in the ball lane also died to Syndra. So Pezel and Child Support, they're about to get a 4 cap.
And if Pezel and Child Support gets that, that's going to easily help them recover the Nexus health gap that they are at. Half-Hearted is going to be able to turn this bottom point around. Garen on his way back across the map. Point neutral in the middle. Plus they have minions on top of that. And Vayne just has not been really able to get into the engagements that she wants to so far. Pezel and Child Support's done a really good job of zoning and things like that. They've just kept her on the outskirts of fights and not able to connect with the people that she wants to. I mean, Zemike's Lulu has just been playing a fan-freaking-tastic game all game long. So many plays coming out of Lulu. But there just have been several fights where Vayne has just not been able to follow up because there weren't really any opportunities created for her to safely engage the enemy.
And a lot of that is they're running 4 exhausts. What? How? You just can't deal with 4 exhausts as an AD carry. The cooldown of exhaust is, so the cooldown of Annie's exhaust is 210 seconds. So that's once every 50 seconds, there's an exhaust for you. That's
it means
just crazy.
Every single team fight.
Every single team
Every
fight,
time you come
you're
back from being
going to
dead,
get exhausted.
you can get hit by it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's if they rotate. If they do not rotate it, though, then it's icky. However, every single one of them is up right now. Which means you need someone who's not them to eat it. And there's Maokai switched the bottom. There's Sauron brought up top. And let's see if this makes the difference that they want it to.
So Sauron is going to have a lot of poke damage. He's level 17. That means he has level 3 of his ultimate. And actually, there's the ult from Wukong coming in. But Vayne coming with the final hour has not gotten touched yet. One kill goes down. Wukong picked up that, and they should be able to pick up Garen too. That's the chippers onto all 4 of them, and it doesn't even matter. There was 0 follow-up damage whatsoever. Double kill for Kog'Maw, and Kill gets completely eviscerated there. They're going to be able to pick up the windmill. Great fight from Clueless.
Evelynn Child Sport had to pack it up from that top point because Kog'Maw's presence really helped out in that engagement. And with Maokai down in the bottom lane, look at the MR that Maokai has. Spirit Visage and Mercury Tread's going for him right now. Lock of the Iron, Solari also, and the Rod of Ages for also the extra health in addition to that, which means he's going to be pretty well insulated against Syndra. And Syndra will not be able to burst Maokai down under normal circumstances.
That's an understatement. I think Syndra's full combo would do at most half of Maokai's health right now. There's a twisted advance onto her. The rest of the team is here too, and she's gonna use her Woodgrowth there, but it's not gonna be enough. She goes down almost immediately. Kog'Maw, though, being focused similarly on the other side, he's gonna go down. He has the Acathian Surprise onto Kill. NP gets chunked for quite a bit here. Lulu is 1v1 against Talon in the top lane right now. BB needs to lifesteal back up to full. You can't really lifesteal against an Annie because of her Molten Shield. You're just going to take damage. It's like a Thornmail. Remember that. There is ult. Final hour comes down from Vayne. She gets exhausted. Gonna get out. Knock up from Peoples. Dianob getting focused down. Annie with the shutdown. So 2 for 2 so far in this bot lane fight. Syndra is back up. Kog'Maw another 4 seconds. If you're behind on health, your respawn timers are shorter, and they're on that side of the map. So Syndra able to come back to the fight like a full 10 seconds earlier than Kog'Maw.
And now retreating from that, and Lulu alone at the top point is an extremely safe play. Lulu's wave clear is very solid because Glitter Lance is an AoE. It will hit multiple targets, and I mean this Lulu has a lot of damage. Just look at the build. Just stop and question reality for a moment.
It's a very support-oriented build.
That is completely true. And now it's Lulu by herself up here. Cog en route. Cog has the range. Lulu has some sustainability, but not when she's stunned, unfortunately. Pops the ultimate, gets the health increase, dives back to the tower, dies, unfortunately, but was able to disrupt them long enough for them to not get the neutral. Syndra pulled from the bottom lane to the top means Maokai is free to take the Boneyard and immediately sees that opportunity and goes for it. Condemn onto Syndra, takes her out. Carnival, nope, you can't do that when you're revealed from the Grez's effect. It is not going to work, unfortunately. Vayne using that to reveal Talon and destroy him. And even with the revive, Talon was not able to get there in time for Half-Hard to incomplete that cap. When Talon got down there, even though Talon's critting minions for 992 right now, Maokai absorbs a lot of that. He's got the locket, he has the extra damage from it, he has Vengeful Maelstrom on top of that. Look how much time it takes, look how much effort it takes to get rid of him from that point. And the windmill still under Clueless's control. Evelynn Child Sport marching over to the bottom now. They need to be able to get a hold of this point, but they kind of can't, especially not with Lulu there.
Yeah, Lulu is just going to like force her way in, puts the ult down just for the health increase, doesn't even get any crowd control, doesn't even care all that much, has shield available in Q. There's the cutthroat, and Talon does pick up the kill, but a double kill for Vayne. No one's focusing onto Vayne, and that's really the only person he can focus right now. Carnival now trying to run away. The flash over the wall from Vayne, the cutthroat, and Talon.
Oh dear!
But only 4 Nexus health remaining, 3 Q, and it is going to be Clueless. They had some mic on Lulu, they had BB Pop on Vayne, and they won the game, taking down Evelynn Child Support, and we're going on to a game 3.
Going to go to a game 3. Zemike, Invincible Lulu, still has a 100% win rate with that champion in competition to this day. Very, very powerful character, very, very good player, but I think even more importantly, man, BB Pop Vayne, Dynov Garen. I think those two characters did a lot of work. Did you see the zoning that went on throughout the game with Garen just getting up in Vayne's face, forcing her back out of the fight, and enabling him the rest of his team to DPS other targets a little bit more freely without being put at risk by Vayne's damage? That was really useful. It wasn't until they brought Cog up later on that they started to sweep fights.
Yeah, so basically what was happening is that there was always one person on Vayne, and BB Pop would take forever to kill that person. It was either it was actually Garen almost every single time. I think it was Talon or Annie once or twice. And then everyone else was diving onto Zemike or was diving onto Sauron. And they would exchange one for one. But BB Pop wouldn't die because BB Pop would win the 1v1. And Lulu and Kog'Maw were both so survivable. You don't expect Kog'Maw to be survivable, but he has the extra stats from Moonflare's Spellblade, and with all of that additional attack speed that he has from the Wit's End, he's actually getting a lot of magic resist from the Wit's End. He gets magic resist from his Athenes. He gets health from his Frozen Mallet. So he was really, really, really tanky that game. And plus he had the barrier on top of that. It was actually took a really long time to focus him down, even though Kog'Maw is usually very, very tanky, or very, very squishy. And so Vayne was just able to get back into the fight and then do whatever she wanted, and it was amazing.
XTilkX says, show stats. Tell me what you want to show, or tell me what you want me to show you, and I'll bring a couple things up on the stream real quick. We do have to cut to a commercial in a moment, so be aware of that as well as we get to go into this Game 3 of the finals, DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament, number 69. So that's the damage dealt. People want to see Graveyard Hero as well, which is time spent dead. Looks like that is going to be Kog'Maw with the most time spent dead. Want to see damage taken? Okay. Whoop. There's damage taken as well. I don't think there's a number for raw damage taken, unfortunately. And there's gold. Yeah, there's actually not a lot these stats can tell us, unfortunately. That makes me really sad. I'm like looking now, and there's just not that much information. Yeah, Vayne and Lulu both went for 6 on killing sprees, which is kind of cool. Man, yeah, I wish there was a more specific breakdown, but we'll have to worry about that later. Right now, I'm going to cut to a commercial, and then we'll go to one more game for tonight.